Any minute now? Maybe. I'm gonna pick it up.
Here we go!
Hey, there we go. Yeah, indeed. Sick. Alright, yeah. This is a game that is very dear to my heart. It's one of my favorites. It's gonna be... I hope you'll enjoy it. It's gonna be a thing, I can tell you that much.
No holes in this one, hopefully.
Oh.
Ah, I see. It's Legend of Zelda.
Yep, you got it right.
Oh.
Damn, you're so good at this.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bugs.
Look at those low poly textures.
Hell yeah, son. It's like we're on the fucking N64 again. Hell
It's
yeah.
dangerous to run around here, boys.
Grandpa, hurry. Hurry up. Grandpa, you're too slow.
You're too slow. Oh man. Yeah, if you haven't seen this game yet, you're in for a treat.
Can't wait.
There he is. Swery, the man. The legend. Bert.
It's Jesus. Dead.
Probably. Is she gonna be alright though? Maybe. I mean, maybe she's still alive. Who knows?
Snake.
In case you're wondering whether it's the bitrate that's really making things look very crusty, especially in the textures in the distance.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It looks extremely crusty for me as well. Like, this is not a very pretty game at all.
Just like God intended.
music is choice, though. When I cry, I also cry by just keeping my face perfectly stiff, and not moving anything.
To be magic and murder.
Well, there already was murder so far. Magic? I don't know. There is going to be one very magical thing, but that'll be a far way out.
It looked like a suicide.
Yeah, sure. Ace detective right there. When are you getting your promotion, Ginny? Can't believe this dude is crying all the time, jeez.
Everyone is mourning.
I never have actually watched Twin Peaks.
Me neither, but this game really makes me want to. If you like weird, you can appreciate this game.
This is the Dark Souls of Twin Peaks.
Sure, let's go with that. Alright, so first off, this is the director's cut on PC. And that port is notoriously terrible. Pretty much every version that's available of this game has problems. So the initial release was on the Xbox 360. It was initially, I think, developed during the Xbox time, and then moved to Xbox 360, which is part of the reason why it looks so crusty. There was also a PS3 release, I believe, but all of them have their own issues. Apparently the PC port just crashes past a certain point. I have installed fixes and followed guides and things, so hopefully we can avoid that problem, and everything will run fine. Yeah, let's get in here. Let's meet our protagonist, the #1 Handsy boy, but in a second. First, some more weird shit.
This kid sure is jamming to those tunes.
I want to hear another story.
Yes, of course. You've been waiting a long time for this, so how about a special one? This story is very strange and very
I hope that's
nasty,
the fireplace and not you
but
eating
somewhat
something.
nostalgic. Do you think you can be a good girl and listen all the way to the end?
Is it a scary story?
It might be, but it's also a
Nasty.
very important story. If you don't want to hear it, I can tell you a different story.
No, I want to hear it.
This is
way,
how
I
Shin
won't be
talks to
scared.
his birds. Will
you turn on the TV then? Leave the sound down like always.
So this scene
Now, this is
was not in the original game. This is from the director's cut.
at times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist. Even if it means losing someone that you love.
Also, I know the game is very loud. There's little I can do at the moment. Initially, the game starts right here, or like in the original version, anyway.
Twitch keeps stuttering. I hope I won't miss important details.
Can you try a mixer? Well, here we are in the game.
Could you wait just a little longer? This won't take long.
So, if right now you may be thinking in your mind, in your head, this looks so bad. Even if it was initially made for Xbox, this looks like unbelievably terrible. Especially the emotions and stuff.
CQC.
And I can tell you that a lot of this game is very much intentional. And it is very strange and weird on purpose. A strange clock is ticking away, though the room itself makes you feel as if time has stopped. Doll, shaped like a fat man, has a plate on it which reads Washington State.
It is a work of genius.
It is. There he be, Francis York Morgan.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
No, it really isn't. A white screen.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It will start soon. It's about time to get started.
Mixer stops as well. Fuck.
All my animes are like this.
Not seeing any stutter on my end, sorry. About that.
Zach. Zach, can you hear me? It's me, York.
It's fine for me as well.
If you can hear my voice, could you respond?
Might be some wind here.
Good. I thought you went to sleep. Zach, don't be surprised. The crime took place out in the country this time. Let's take it slow. Okay, Zach?
Alright, York. Let's take it slow.
Sure, that's one way of looking at it, but it's totally wrong. Listen, they both need each other. It's called.
Look at this fucking sweet-ass dude. He's driving, working on the laptop,
Nasty, even
calling on the phone, and smoking all at the same time.
That's what Tom
Incredible.
wants. Think about it. His actions. He's always asking for it. It's his partner's job to fulfill that need, and Jerry knows that. Proof? Well, in the Tom and Jerry show, they live with each other.
Raining, no less.
Hello?
Badass.
Hello?
I can't believe the Bureau still can't get me a satellite phone. These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again. Well, I'll be a happy camper, even if it ends up being a waste of time. At the very least, it'll get me out of the cramped city for a while. Right, Zach? The perpetrator from the last case really was something. Who'd have thought there'd be razors laced into her nails? Crazy. Just crazy. Well, at least I now have a scar to show off. See this? I got this when I arrested the Catwoman wannabe. Women. They're crazy. Don't you agree, Zach?
What a day to stop wearing a seatbelt.
Sweet drifting.
Zach, there goes the civilized world.
What a cool ass dude.
Smoke the phantom cigarette.
Alright. I'm in control. It's me. So here's an interesting fact about this game.
Don't waste your battery.
Initially, the game was not supposed to have any combat at all. So you didn't have a gun or anything like that. But then the producers said this would not sell at all in the West.
Great fire graphics.
So they had to put in some shooty 2D stuff. So yeah, that's why we have shooty 2D in this game. Hell yeah. Infinite ammo, like a true agent would.
It makes it more like the real world.
A video game just doesn't sell without gun.
It's true.
Infinite, but it says now 8 bullet.
Looks like we're being welcomed. Zach, I'll let you handle the meet and greet.
Oh, I love this already. It's so good. Okay. Can't see much through this fog. The path might be blocked from the rain. Should stay away from obvious danger. Okay. I don't even know how to reload if I want to. Oh, there you go. 16 shots.
What fog?
The fog graphics that you can't see. Those ones, obviously. Bullet. Spooky.
Huh?
Oh, hi doggy.
So much for my hopes for a peaceful picnic. Do me a favor and stay sharp, Zach. Healthy looking neighbor around here.
Oh no, zombies.
What do you mean zombies? It's just a normal, friendly neighbor. control panel for the power grid. This should give us the
It's
electricity we
Resident
need.
Evil after
Non-expert
all.
opinion, though. Push that dial.
It's just a drunken lady. That's how people party in the boonies.
Pincer's nose. Guess you must be really happy to see me.
Spooky. Let's suplex her.
I don't think you can do that in this game. Doesn't look like anyone lives here. No reclusive, hairy boots to greet us.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Our first kill. We're on our way to becoming a real American officer.
Just shoot everything. That's how it goes, right? Anything more? No. Okay, we're good.
I've been through a lot of crazy situations, but that one takes the cake.
It's the first time I've been attacked so
Gotta
directly.
profile everything.
Zach, can you give me a logical explanation about what that was?
You're profiling too fast for us to keep up.
Never mind.
Can you?
Sir. Life is fun because of the mysteries. Right, Zach?
Got a lollipop. Nice. Phone and home.
So much crust.
Amazing.
Yes. Nice shot.
Wasn't sure if he was already down. So yeah, the shooting is not great,
Great
as you
comments,
might
York.
be able to figure out. From just watching. What's this map? An old sign. I can make a Durban Vale. Looks like we're headed down this road.
You're getting so many points.
Gunner pipe.
Now you can dual wield pipes.
Sounds pretty good. It's just like dual wielding katanas. Right, Zach?
Wonder how would this segment go if we didn't have forced gunplay?
Great. The initial idea was that you would have to run away.
Amazing. Stealth.
Yep.
You're pretty good.
Nah.
Great.
This probably will go a bit faster if I use
Loving how he softly says amazing whenever he shoots a person in the head.
Yeah. Wouldn't you? Anyway, so the melee weapons have a sort of a use, so they break after a while.
Great.
Some bandages. Sick.
Nice shot. Bullseye.
Bullseye. Actually, I don't need to do anything.
Weren't we here already?
Nope. It's just a very similar looking shed. Generator looks really bad. I think the color really had a grudge against it.
Collect these badges, not for honor, but for you.
Take the axe.
Zach, let's try to find a way to fix this mess. Got some fuses. Hells yeah, fuses.
Great. Yes.
That door's still locked. I don't think I can shoot the lock here, but... Oh, I can. Never mind. I was so sure that would not work.
Amazing.
Like a true American, there is no puzzle you can't solve with a gun.
Amazing. Apparently the area should be much more stable now. Let's hurry ahead, Zach. In case you're wondering, we are Zach. It's me, you, everyone's Zach.
Yes.
Nice.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Nice shot.
Whenever I hear Bullseye, I think of that one Tim and Eric sketch with the Terry Green machine. Or I think it's Eric that says like, or is it Tim? I don't know. Anyway, one of them says like Bullseye in a really stupid way. And I can't stop thinking about that.
Bullseye. Great. Nice shot. Bullseye.
Oh, got it already. Fine by me.
I really should actually play Resident Evil 4 I have for my old GameCube.
Resident Evil 4 is really good.
Bullseye.
You should play it, definitely. Oh my god.
Amazing. Amazing. Yes.
There's your car again.
That's not my car. It's a different car. Mine's way cooler.
Did you play any of the evil residents?
Nope, I did not, but I watched quite a few of them.
Bullseye. Nice shot.
It turned blue.
Oh shit. Another feller.
Yes. Bullseye. Nice shot. Amazing. Bullseye.
Bullseye. How many of them are fucking coming on here?
Yes.
Amazing.
Great.
I'm just gonna book it. Book it. Yeah, I can see how this game would have worked a lot better with stealth. Oops, I pressed the wrong button because I suck. Oh boy. Who the heck was that?
Sweet dodge.
It's red, man.
Huh?
It's that fog again.
He profiled right into a loading screen. Amazing.
There's definitely something in this town.
Yeah, no shit.
Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Hell yeah.
Yesterday morning, the milk I poured in my coffee made a sign. It said, "Tomorrow you'll arrive in a place that will change your fate."
Hell yeah, son. Coffee. That's where it's at. Alright, now we're out of sort of quote-unquote the tutorial section. And we're in the world proper. So this is...
That's why I don't drink coffee.
This is an open world game, in fact. And it's got quite an expansive map. And it has a ton of things in there that seem quite... I don't know how to describe it, like, ahead of its time, maybe? I'm not sure about that, but... Like, people have a schedule, and you can...
It's just like Skyrim.
No. And you can, like, free roam and do whatever the fuck you want. You can drive around the place and crash through gates and whatever. And yeah, it's got a lot of choicey things in this, which is very nice. Let's just casually stroll down the road here.
Now you were very late.
Ah, the fucking themes.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
FBI Special Agent, Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York?
Good, that's good. Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm Deputy Sheriff Emily Wyatt. George, he's the sheriff. He went looking for you, actually. He should be back soon.
I see.
If you don't mind me asking, did you walk all the way here?
My car broke down, that's all.
Walked all the way
She's
from the
easy
big
on the eyes.
city.
Definitely worth a trip to the primitive world. By the way, don't mention anything about what happened back there. She'll think you're a psycho. Don't want that, do we, Zach?
Welcome to Greenvale. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
Music.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Nice hat.
Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Could you tell me why the FBI is so interested in a small-town homicide?
Let's just say it's a personal interest in killers of young women. I'm always looking for new sample cases to help me with my profiling.
Both our superiors have cleared this with each other. You can remain in command. You don't have a problem with this, do you?
No. No problem. Just want to set things straight. Our small town has its share of problems. I'm the one fixing them one by one and maintaining peace and order. You can have your profiling sample, but I need you to understand that.
Of course. Of course. By the way, George, I had a little accident with my car. Could you send someone to take care of it? Oh, and my clothes and
Just a
luggage.
little one, a minor accident. Barely worth mentioning,
Don't
in
worry.
fact.
I'll get my assistant Thomas to take care of it. Do you need anything else?
Thanks. That'll be all. Well then, I think I'll rest up first at the hotel. Then I'll join you on your investigation.
Don't know how to say that. We really don't need your help. Unlike some of your corrupt city police officers, I play it by the book. I hope you'll come to appreciate that, Agent Morgan. And we'll
Dun, dun,
handle
dun.
the investigation. You just think of this as a vacation. Take it easy. Enjoy the nature here. You don't have to be a tree worshiper to appreciate the wildlife here.
Zach, let's reassess the situation. There are no cavemen here. We're as far forward as the Middle Ages. And we've just met the king.
The handlebars really put down the assertiveness. Yep, you have a wage in this game, and you get money and bonuses. Yep. It's like I'm really a police officer. Officer.
Previously
Officer.
during the investigation.
Sure.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenwood. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Ah, the music is so good.
It's broken. I've been using that one for a long
The any
time.
percent record for this game is
Why
a
didn't
couple
you
of
get it
minutes
repaired?
past 4 hours.
This TV is important to you, right?
It's got some memories attached.
Why is this
to
so
it.
much louder? Weird.
I used to watch movies on this thing with your grandma all the time.
Grandma liked movies?
Of course she did. Everyone loves movies, right?
I love movies too. I've never been to a movie theater though.
All right. Angel Isaac.
Such natural dialogue.
Sugar donut. Ah. Should really practice my snakes sometime. Like, actually practice doing voice acting and not just wing it.
Metal Gear.
York! York!
You need to hire Hater to appear here.
If only.
Don't breathe. Hold your breath. They can't see you if you hold your breath. Hurry. Like this. Cover your mouth.
I'm actually surprised that Hater hasn't done like a Let's Play or stream series yet. Because a lot of, like, I don't, not like stars, but like people in entertainment and whatever have done that. Like even fucking Tommy Wiseau has done it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day.
So anyway, here's your stealth mechanic. Sort of. Which I don't think anyone ever used this mechanic again, because using the gun from a sort of a distance is just as effective.
Are you holding your breath in real life as well?
No. I could though.
Wonder why Japanese ghosts often bend like this.
Do they? I don't even know about that. Ugh, that smile right there reminded me of the mosque salesman from Zelda. If the next few minutes of this of this game don't sell you on it, I don't even know
Nice road.
what to tell you. But That bed alone is amazing. Why is it so huge?
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees. A carpet.
I
With
respect
red
a
leaves,
single guy who
a
wants a
strange
huge
doll.
bed.
And twin angels. But that child is what bothers me the most. I swear I've seen him before. I just can't remember where.
Where did they get all these amazing assets?
Well, it'll probably come back to me eventually. For now, we need coffee.
Coffer.
All great
Let's head to the
detectives have
cafeteria,
mental
Zach.
issues.
So,
They have some real coffee. I really need some coffee. Then
Yeah,
we'll head to
so-
the sheriff's office.
like,
There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
everything is modeled so you can go inside the houses of people and stuff, and you can walk around in the hotel as well. You can even, there's like a fucking, you can change your suit. You have to shave, or you'll get a beard. It's amazing, really. The only thing you can't do is cook.
Beards are cool.
Ah, shit, did I just shave? Oh well. Whatever. I'll make sure not to shave from here on out.
York is cooler this way.
Can go in here for some reason. Do we have any other suits, actually? I don't even know.
David
Save
Cage
it
wishes
now.
he made games like Suhiro.
Hell yeah. That's pretty sick. There you go. You also have to clean your clothes and stuff where you look ragged. And I think there's like a system in there where like in some interactions with people they'll like think less of you if you if you don't shave or change your clothes and wash them and stuff. It's amazing. This game is great.
Perfect.
Huge ass hotel. Here we go. This is it.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan.
Just enjoy.
Breakfast is ready for you.
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
What a nice lady.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes.
Is
It's
this
delicious,
the coffee
Polly.
scene?
My compliments to the chef.
I'm
This-
hoping my cooking will
This
bring
never
you little
fizz to me.
guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my. we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan. You're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you.
And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space.
Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Say, Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
Clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair. I'm sure you'll get to like them. The A&G Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
I feel like the only reason this game has a depth of field filter is for this scene.
You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly.
Oh, so good.
I have to warn you, though. I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
All right, let's do this.
That scene was excellent.
It's so good. Look with interest.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning.
I'm looking.
K. In the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails.
Now then, let's get going.
Oh, I love this game. It's so good. So yeah, you have like a need to sleep and a need to eat as well. So you have some basically survival mechanics. FK. In the coffee. Oh, I can just get another. Let's see what it says this time. Unexpected trouble is coming your way. Lucky item lighter.
There's always trouble heading my way in this job. But I'm always up for a little excitement, too.
There you go. Now we know. Ah, so good.
Slam through door.
Oh, you can fish as well, because obviously you can. Every Japanese open world game has to have fishing. It's a law.
Sick, we should do that.
We will do that. Not right now, but we will. Don't you worry.
A police car. So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin.
So yeah, it's open between 9 and 17, so you just have to be there
I have to tell
in
you,
that
Zach,
time
this
frame.
place simply amazes me.
But other than that, you
Keys
can do
were left
whatever
on
you
the
want.
Front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs. Values. Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
Oh boy. So yeah. Can I? No, I didn't want to leave. Just want to see if I had different camera angles and shit. Hold on.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
Okay, can look around in my car.
Oh,
Good.
ruiné.
Oh, there we go. That's much better. I don't like first person much.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Can you honk the horn?
I can only do that, apparently. Oh shit, I can drift though.
Don't crash.
Kind of.
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays. You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then. Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember?
I
Attack
like
of the
those
Killer
monologues.
Tomatoes, filmed in 1978. Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well. It had so many sequels, and the original was re-released in '95. The 87-minute-long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes. But that was around the time I joined the Bureau. I never have a chance to see it. I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together. I bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
Yeah. So while you drive around, you can listen to our good old protagonist talking about movies.
Together?
Maybe. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is an interesting movie. I guess it's like one of those, yeah, infamously terrible ones. But yeah. Got an entire countryside and everything to explore. Yep. Do we have a map? Hold on.
Drive on the proper side of the road.
Hold on. Right. Okay, I can't zoom out further than that. That's a bit disappointing. But yeah, you got a pretty large map to go around in. Like a big old lake. Studio GB.
Are there going to be car chasers?
I don't remember there being one. But you need to drive to places and stuff. Let's check a look at this diner here. Stare in the windows like a creep. I don't know why, but you can. Hey guys, what's up?
Country ham.
Just imagining him just standing there, staring in there. Why can't you do that? Got paid for staring in the window. Amazing. There's a card. Which one is it? Lily Ingram. Whoops. Costs $1 to save, apparently. Alright, let's get in here.
That's one fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
That walk cycle.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for
Incredible.
retrieving my belongings from my car.
Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job. Well, I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
I love his run cycle.
It's great, isn't it? Ah, boy.
York is an expert at cartoons.
He is. I'm not sure if you missed it, but in the very beginning, when he was driving in his car, he was explaining like the fucking relationship between Tom and Jerry. So good.
I did hear it.
The fuck? I'm not sure why it wasn't, like, staying put. It's weird. Okay. Nothing here. Really can't seem to find that key. What should I do? The sheriff isn't going to be happy. It has a southern flying squirrel key holder attached to it.
Detective Gumshoe.
You haven't seen it, have you? Remember this. Southern flying squirrel. Important.
What does a southern flying squirrel look like?
A well-organized storage room. No doubt this is Thomas' works too. Whoever gets to marry him will be a spoiled rotten. Any keys around here? Pointy-tailed flying squirrel keys. Alright. Surely this must be it. Did you find the key?
You found the key.
I think so. Is this it?
You don't know your squirrels, do you? This isn't the right key holder. This is a Siberian flying squirrel. It's closer to a land-based squirrel. The Siberian flying squirrel is larger than the southern flying squirrel and has a standing tail while the southern has a hanging tail. But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
You sure do know a lot about squirrels.
Alright. Now you know. This person probably has nothing to do with the investigation, okay?
Thanks, O'Taken.
I thought maybe I could smash it open. Striped squirrel keys. Probably not it, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Can I? Oh, I can, right.
It's not even a flying squirrel.
Most wanted. Alright. Desk for the warden. Is it even used? Doesn't seem like it. Can I sleep in the beds here? I think I can. Hopefully we'll be bringing in the culprit soon, though. That'll mean the end of our little vacation here. It's the same dude again. Amazing. Why is the bed on the fucking wall? Curvy tail fly squirrel. Okay. Maybe this is it.
It's a gang of clones.
You found the key.
That's the right one?
Yes, a southern flying squirrel. Thank you so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for
Fucking
you.
expression.
Well, Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently graduated from high school this year. Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in the lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him.
Nice, dude.
Some should have better manners.
Huh. This is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious. Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Amazing biscuits.
Can we romance him?
No.
can we romance the biscuits?
Depends on what you understand by romance.
The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man. Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
Yeah, better get moving. It might take us 3 years to get there. Anyway. Also, if people ride with you in your car, if you drive badly, they'll comment on it and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Agent Morgan,
Does anyone say 2100 the time?
Sure.
Because you have a badge doesn't
military
mean you drive
time.
like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack. Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure, sounds good.
Alright.
Interesting. Never heard it before.
I mean, military time is the only way of saying the time that's not ambiguous. So...
I hope he won't fail any more QTE.
Oh, I can promise you I will.
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing you prefer to work alone.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't you get lonely, flying all over the country alone?
I must say I've
How
never
about
felt lonely.
2100?
Are you married?
Unfortunately, relationships
No, that's
leading
that will be something new.
I don't get on very well with women. You might be surprised to hear.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to treat women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face, just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a problematic woman.
Well, she got you good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A week? It's not that light of a wound.
So,
I'm
Emily,
sure this is the
tell
right
me,
way.
is there
Definitely.
really a need for a full-time sheriff in a small town like this?
I'm sure it is small to your city eyes, but any gathering of people leads to all kinds of problems.
From
Fights,
watching me
runaways,
ride, the
stray
car
pets.
controls look
You're
a
too
bit
fixated
slippery.
on violent
Yep.
crimes. Our job is to guide the people along the correct path, first and foremost.
They
That's
are.
what I consider to be my duty as the sheriff of Greenvale.
Zach, there
Wait.
he is. The monarch, in all his glory. Kind of makes me glad that I wasn't born here.
Did you say something, Agent Morgan?
No, nothing, George. I was just reflecting on a little history.
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
Okay, which right now is driving.
Everyone is so dry. I love this.
It's really good. Yeah, this game really is a treasure. I'm so glad it exists. If this is like something that you enjoy, you should also definitely check out D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die, which is a game that was made for the Xbox or like the Kinect basically. And it was initially made with Microsoft's funding, but then they only managed to get like one episode done of it, and then Microsoft cut the funding, and we never got an actual conclusion to the game, which is very sad because that one was amazing. even weirder than this one.
That's a shame.
Yeah. There's plenty of Let's Plays of it out there, though, so I definitely recommend checking it out at some point. I won't be streaming it because I'm not going to buy an Xbox. And I'm not sure how emulation is, especially considering Kinect.
I saw the clam chowder scene once.
That's a pretty big hospital. I guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning?
No, it's another leftover from the town's prosperous slumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost like a gold rush, she used to say.
Impressive.
But the hotter the fever, the faster it cools. And so now there's hardly anyone left to use this place.
It pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that it is.
Indeed.
I love
That's
the
why this
FBI
case is our
raincoat.
problem.
It's
There
great.
really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
There's so many little touches in this game. Only a small amount of your hunger? Get out of here. Oh, jeez. Oh,
Hello,
bye.
Sheriff.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
Kindle cover book disasters.
It's a
Find
recent
the computer
bestseller
room.
mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime, the murder of a local girl.
And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
Oh, man. Hey, what's going on?
This is real life, huh?
Hell yeah, son. Cloudy in the morning and heavy rain in the afternoon, huh? Computer. Very good.
Jason.
I'm a computer. Office, ward. There's some amazing posters in here that I definitely don't want to miss. Here we go, here's one. Yes, your doctor told us that you are to be our patient. Accept our enthusiastic congratulations and well wish on your coming event. And be assured that we have a very personal interest in your case and have already taken steps to see to T that your stay in the Palo Alto hospital will be pay us a social visit before you enter in want to ment and gree you for yours. Here's another one somewhere. So good. I don't know how that made it into the game, but
Wish my hospital had that.
premarital exam guide.
Didn't understand any of that.
Per examination service, registration and filling in forms, therapeutic room 6, blood, dollar rhyme collection, x-ray room, chest x-ray, recycling rooms, exam of internal medicine for men and women, premarital exam, surgical exam for men, premarital exam, gynecological exam for women, premarital education. Save your life. Like your life, wahaha. Registration and fill. Therapeutic, see what? Blood, dollar, rhyme collection, x-ray room, chest x-ray. Yeah, amazing. They probably just told some dude to like make some fucking hospital
Hello
textures
to the X-ray room.
and nobody caution your thought I would like read it. Caution your body. Yeah, just a copy paste the rest. Wasn't another one a better one though? Not sure where it is. Maybe we'll stumble across it later.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so.
Did
Does the
you
doctor like
notice
playing
those
games by any
posters
chance?
yourself?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
There's a message on the computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
Okay. King passes rook and meets bishop. Knight takes pawn to the queen. Right. Wait, no. Whoops. I'm dumbass. And then knight.
Zack must be his right brain hemisphere.
There we go. Whatever. I don't know why that took me so long.
The doctor
Checkmate.
awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple.
Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
Master of puzzles.
First floor basement.
Hell yeah, son.
Can you use the weapons now?
You can at any point you want. I was just being a dungo brain earlier and didn't remember which buttons to press. For the weapons. For the weapon. Love your eyes!
Do people react to it?
No. Not as far as I know. Just want to find more posters, really. I think those are all copies.
Do you love your eyes?
Yeah, I do. Eyes are pretty sick. Without eyes, I couldn't see these amazing posters.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it.
I
Let's get
hope a
started,
Russian
shall we?
gunslinger doesn't shoot out my eye anytime soon.
This is Agent
Same, dude.
Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usha Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle
York,
the
my
task.
brother.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Which means?
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
This must be the work of the
I
cult.
believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when
Wow,
they can't
he
answer
learned
back.
it from an autopsy.
Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. Now, a case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job. You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
Observed doctor.
York is truly knowledgeable.
His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. Shouldn't stare at her for too long. Okay. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. The object was circular with a relief shaped like a peace mark. Traces of evaporated liquid around the eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. The tongue has been removed. Look at the edge of that stump.
Liquid.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Usha, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate, yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American
Nice
sightseeing tour just
sounds.
came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
My finger points.
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay.
You can keep
I have
the
to sign the
samples.
release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
Amazing. What a champion. The camp level in this game is just absolutely amazing. Through the roof.
There's that fog again.
Zach, they're here.
How do I... Okay, there we go.
Remember to hold your breath.
Yeah, I was just thinking of doing that instead of fighting my way through. Nothing there. Bullet.
Let's shoot everything.
Nah. Trying to move. Oh god. Ah, god. The camera is amazing.
Yeah, rip.
Well, that didn't work so great.
The zombie suplexes you.
There's some pretty interesting death animations if you actually
You have
do
that
die.
lollipop.
You don't have to have a lot of time to actually, you know, sneak around.
No wonder people just shoot them.
Yeah. Oh, God. Let me just get out of here.
Yes. Amazing.
Take it easy.
Ah, God damn it.
Yes. Nice shot. Yes. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Okay.
At least you get paid for the shot.
Amazing.
Coffer.
Amazing would make a good audio clip mode.
Sure. Maybe there's even a way to get a clean sample. But kind of,
Yes. Nice shot.
if only I remembered where the fuck I need to go. That would be good. There's something over there, so probably the other ways.
Bullseye.
Dirty boxes. Anyway, in case you're confused why there's sometimes tentacles and sometimes not, you should be. You can sleep here in the spook dimension if you want. Nice. Amazing.
Great. Nice shot.
It's like everyone in this town is a scary zombie.
That's definitely it.
Yes.
Blood splitter.
York investigates
Here!
Silent Hill.
Over here!
It does have some Silent Hill-y angles to it.
Shoot her before she gets away.
Amazing. Yes.
Oh shit.
Bullseye. Yes. Bullseye. Yes.
It's locked. Okay. Need another key card.
A key card.
Hell yeah. So many health items. I ain't even used a single one. Let's change that. Hunger. That is how I work on the computer too. Oh man. Playing this game made me forget about all the things I wanted to talk about. So...
Is this how you program?
yeah, man. Totally. That's how it happens. So a bit of bad news and a bit of good news. So yesterday... so I think I talked about this before, but for the master's program at ETH, you need to form a study plan, which requires you to say specifically which lectures you're going to take throughout your entire master's program, and there's some restrictions on which you can pick and so forth, and you need to settle that with a tutor, a professor that acts as your supervisor throughout the entirety of everything. And yeah, so I was confused about one thing, because there's like interdisciplinary labs which you have to take. There's 3 of those, and I thought, like, in the system where you need to register your study plan, if you deselect one of those 3, then it says like this is not standard or whatever. So that made me think like I had to do all 3 of those, but it turns out you do not. So yesterday I went to talk with the Secretary of Studies to see about that, what the hell was even going on, because I was not sure.
Bullseye. Good shot. Amazing. Good shot. Amazing.
And Yeah, so basically, there's another weird thing, which is that each category in the Masters program needs to have like a certain number of credit points that you need to achieve in it. And the category for the interdisciplinary studies required like 12 points, but each of the labs gives 8 points. So that makes 24 points in total. So it was very strange. Anyway, it turns out that you don't need to do all three. You only need to do all three in other kinds of departments or other kinds of majors. Not in my major. So, but the system is like configured to be the same for everyone. And then the other thing is like the regulation basically says how many points each category requires.
Smoke 2 at once.
I'll speak after a bit. I think the textures are a bit fucked here. Or something isn't quite right. It's not how he's supposed to look.
That's Harry. Harry Stewart. One of the bigger problems around here. His father started up the lumber trade and founded this town. But he's a weird one.
Oh boy, yeah, his model is really weird. What the fuck, game?
Never speaking to the townsfolk.
Being sent to a chaotic dimension is just another inconvenience to York.
Not that that makes any difference. So long as I'm around, he won't be getting away with any funny business.
Why is his model fucked up? What the hell? Yeah, look at that. That's too glitchy. It's weird. He's a really good character. That's a shame.
It's Skullface.
Why is it so messed up? So weird.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, haste won't lead you to what you seek. Keep your eyes focused on your footing as we speak. So says Mr. Stewart.
Everyone else is alright except
Nice to meet you too.
What the fuck?
How did you know my name?
I need to look about and see
Mr.
about
Francis
this.
York Morgan, information desires you, just
Maybe
as
it
you
gets fixed
desire
next
information
time.
too. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, stop trying to get in our way. Keep this up, and even you'll have to answer to the law.
Yeah, I'll have to Google about this. This is a shame.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, with each rain our town goes mad. To our disdain, unpreventable. So sad. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning.
Then we shall depart, Mr. Francis York Morgan.
Anyway, if you don't already love him, he's so good. So says Mr. Stewart.
That's how he always is. Always spouting that nonsense. Don't give it any thought. It's all gibberish.
Emily here. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, thank you, Thomas. Agent York, we've contacted the first witnesses to the crime scene. You can interview them where they found the dead body.
Excellent. I was just about to ask if you could take me there.
Love me a mysterious capitalist.
Hell yeah, son. Anyway, so it turns out in the regulation it initially said you need to have 12 points in that category, and so each course took 6 points, and you only had to pick 2. But then students complained that the course took too much time, so they raised the number of points. But because doing an addendum to the regulations is too annoying and involved, they simply kept the number of required points, and the game crashed. Runtime error. Even though it's still working in the background, I guess. Man, that sucks. Does it always crash? I thought I had the fix applied. That is a shame. Okay. Hopefully the save went through. I think it did. Let me just try to relaunch it and see if that fixes it. Oh boy. So anyway, that meant that I could deselect one of the interdisciplinary labs, but that also means I need to make up for the points in other ways. And at the same time, while I was there at the study secretary, she told me a bit of bad news, which is that the professor for the compiler group at ETH is retiring this summer. And so the advanced compiler design class that I was really looking forward to next fall is not going to happen, and probably won't happen for years to come until someone else steps up and creates a new class for it that does something similar. And so I had to find even more things to make up for the lost points that I could no longer acquire now. And yeah, that's depressing.
Previously during the investigation, these pup...
Let's see. Is it gonna crash again? Please don't
What will
crash
you
again.
get to study now?
Well, I selected a bunch. Another problem is sort of like, because some courses only happen... Oh, hey, it worked.
The body was found in the Greenvale Forest Park. That's west from here, and too far to walk.
A forest park?
It's the pride of the town. It has a beautiful trail leading to a viewing site over Velvet Falls.
That does sound fantastic. Show me the sights.
Fantastic. That may have to wait. We promised to be there by 1800 to interview the first witnesses to the crime scene.
Okay. Alright, let's get in the cart. Anyway, so... It's also annoying because some courses only happen in fall and some only in spring. And because your master's program is limited to 2 years...
Give you a friendly warning.
Are you really upset about me taking over the case? I have the authority approved by the FBI to assume command. I understand you don't like it, but you will follow my orders.
I'm not disputing FBI authority, but this is our town. You won't get far alone, and you gain nothing by antagonizing me.
It's part of my personality. I just do things my way. I can take you off the case if you wish.
Stop it, you two. We need to solve this case, not bicker among ourselves.
Anyway, oops. So, right. And that means that in order to get all the credit points that we require, which is, I think, 90 points, 30 points is your thesis, you need to plan in all of that stuff very well so that you don't get like one semester full of bullshit.
His body was discovered by the woodsman Jim Green, along with his 2 grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
And that makes selecting the courses even more difficult.
Their daily routine. They found Anna's body during a morning walk.
So you've talked to them already?
Not officially. Not yet.
Not yet? Are you out of your mind? You haven't interviewed them yet?
Agent York, that tone is hardly appropriate. We were given orders to wait for you to arrive.
Orders by who?
A man called Abrams from the FBI.
Robert, is it? Good old Bob Abrams. I did tell him to stay out of it. It's always tough to have a meddling boss, huh, Zach?
I thought you knew, Agent Morgan. Don't worry about it. We may not have taken official statements, but we got all the information we need. I can fill you in right now if you'd like.
Thanks, George, but that won't be necessary. I want to hear the details from the witnesses themselves, firsthand.
I just can't believe that the children had to witness the crime scene. They may be traumatized. You'd better do this carefully.
Don't tell me you get nervous talking to children, Emily.
Not at all. That's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
Just forget it.
Right. So, I think I posted like a screenshot of my study plan a while ago.
Very traumatized.
Yeah. I have no idea if I'm going the right way. And it's lunchtime apparently. Also, by the way, if you look in the bottom corner, you have like damage and fuel things for the car as well, so you need to fuel up your car and repair it and all of that fun jazz. It's 10 o'clock. It's actually...
Right way with your studies or this car?
I don't know. Anyway,
Do you have to push it when you run out of gas?
I don't know. I think the car just stops and you have to walk. Anyway, so that was annoying because, yeah, that was like, that class was like the one thing I was looking forward to. The one thing I was really looking forward to, everything was kind of meh. And, yeah. Wait, where do I need to go? Let's do some sick flips. There's a card out here. Whatever. How? Okay, I think this is the way, maybe? So, right, that's the piece of bad news, kind of. Right now, the way I have scheduled things is that I'll be doing the full 2 years for my master's program, and I'll be doing my thesis next spring. And I have planned it so that I have absolutely no courses next spring, which should give me... This isn't the right... Wait, no, maybe this is the right way? I don't know. So I should have all the time for the thesis alone, which is good. I still don't know what I want to do for the thesis. I'll have to see about that, which might be a difficult decision. Yeah, that's the kind of the bad news. The good news is that today I got an email back from one of the community centers in Zurich. So it's been a while since I talked about this, but I wanted to help organize one of the European Lisp symposiums in Zurich, and getting a venue proved to be very difficult, mostly because this is not the right way, is it? Also, I'm gonna run out of gas at this rate. Hold on. Is there like a... It's very difficult because Zurich is not a cheap place, and we don't have a lot of funds for this kind of... There's boons. Okay, I can take this way. Should be good. And, yeah. So I talked to a couple of different places, like I talked to ETH itself. Fucking get out of here. And they basically made it impossible to get a place there, because according to their regulations, you both need to pay like $1,200 per day, plus for a lecture room, plus it cannot be during the semester, plus a professor of ETH needs to actually present something at the conference as well. So that combination of things made it practically impossible, and that's like, I don't know, it seems like an insane regulation to me, making it practically impossible for anyone from the outside to ever hold a conference at ETH, even though they have plenty of lecture rooms that are just stay empty all year around, and they could get plenty of like good reputation and like stuff like that by hosting conferences. Then I talked to another one, which was a bit farther away, but they demanded, their price was like $1,200 for the room per day, plus like $30 an hour for a technician, plus $500 per day for the break room, and that's like not affordable for us. And I also talked to like the Zurich tourism department, and they like said, we're only like for big commercial endeavors, so we can't really help you. And I also talked to some other stuff, and it all just seemed like terrible because it was just too expensive or too restricted. And so for the longest time it looked very bad, but now I like contacted one of the community centers in Zurich, and one of them had a room and an equipment set that seemed to fit our needs, and I contacted them, and they wrote back saying that it was like $100 a day, and I could reserve it like starting in June, which is almost a little less than a year in advance, and that's perfect. So with that, I should have almost guaranteed a venue for the conference that we can afford. And so a ELS in Zurich in 2020 is going to almost definitely happen now.
No, it's private. Owned by Harry.
Just great.
Whole area?
Just 5 seconds of that song.
I'm sure I mentioned that he owns pretty much the whole
That
town.
sounds like great
He
news.
used the money left by his father to buy up most of the town. Many town residents live on his land.
Zach, did you hear that? This entire park. A rich man's personal playground. These country rich folk are amazing. It all looks very well kept, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. It's what everyone calls me. And you are Jim Green?
That I am, son. I keep these woods.
Well, you're doing a fine job.
Well, I used to be a tree surgeon.
And these two discovered the body?
Tree surgeon?
Yes, my
What the
grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
Zach, you see that? Twins. Just like in my dream. We gotta keep an eye on these two.
I'm sorry. Could we talk away from the boys?
Are there ever
I
twins
want to
that are
help your
not creepy?
investigation, but I don't want them to hear.
Good question.
Very well. Emily, please.
I'll just take them over there then.
Thank you.
Hold on. Don't do anything without asking me. These children were the first to witness the crime scene. I want to talk to them.
Come on, they're just kids. They have no idea what really happened to Anna.
That doesn't matter. You agree with me, right, Zach?
How heartless. Do you ever think of other people's feelings, ever?
Emily's right. That's stone cold, even for the sake of investigation.
Children see things in pure, simple terms. They may have seen something we adults would never spot, and they are here at our request as well. We could at least chat with them and see if they want to make a statement.
Are you serious?
I never joke about matters like this.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. They aren't as fragile as you think. Look at them, standing so upright there.
They're sitting though, but alright.
Now then, Isaac, Isaiah, tell me, what did you find here?
Anna, she was so pretty. She had a red dress on. Her hair was shining. Bright gold hair. There were lots of animals around her. Squirrels, weasels, and a snake. A real snake. We didn't know until then. But we know now. Anna was the fairy.
Now we know.
She was a goddess. She smiled when she saw us. She looked so happy.
That's right, Isaac, Isaiah. She was a fairy, a goddess. I'm sure she is playing with those animals even now.
Of course she is. Yeah, of course.
Most useful information, boys. Well, Emily, you can take them now. Okay, Zach. This is where Anna's body was. And that means our unsub, our unknown subject, was here too. So, what happened here?
Our sus has a perf. Ow.
Let's profile the heck out of this scene.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
I love that the entire game is really crusty, but York's face is like super detailed textured. You can see like the fucking veins in his skin. Zach, look! The depression on the grass. I think we have a clue.
As you requested, we have permission to stay and look around as needed. But what are you planning on doing?
To examine the scene, of course. Basic Crime Investigation 101. We might uncover some further evidence.
My men have covered this already. I seriously doubt that there is anything else to find.
Well, then you and Emily can wait in the car if that's the case. But I'll take my time here.
Shed. You can sleep in there if you want to. Great. Well, well, well. Pickles.
Just take a nap while they wait.
Hell yeah, son. You know, a good detective's gotta get his sleep. Can't detective well if you don't sleep enough. Room. Nah, I think we can skip the program for now. There's a bird nest. Let me just shoot. Scoot. It's a card. I don't know. There she is.
Nice shot.
There's another bird nest. Oh. Come on. Okay, one more clue and we'll be done. Why is the pickle jar not a clue? Come on. Anything else up in the trees? Anna's body was found hanging from this tree. Why did the murderer bother to hang a dead body, I wonder? Me too.
This game has too many pickle jar to clue all of them.
There it is.
Haven't seen one of these in a long time. It's upside down. I guess this is meant to be an anti-peace sentiment then.
These holes on the ground were made by high stiletto heels all around here. And this depression here, Agent Morgan, I see what happened here. He hung her from the tree and put on her shoes. He was really enjoying it. A sicko. He knelt down and disgusting.
George, you certainly have a vivid imagination. An interesting theory. Don't you think, Zach?
What was his name again? That Hollywood producer.
That's right. Joel. We really ought to introduce George to him, Zach.
Profiling is a little different from writing a screenplay, though. An idea being interesting doesn't make it fact. Let me enlighten you, George. The footprints reveal that one of the heels were missing from the shoes. And they're different from Anna's shoes that we saw at the office. Furthermore, there would be even more disgusting evidence if he did kneel and, well, do as you suggested. If you want proof, go ahead and try it for yourself. He knelt here for a reason other than simple perversion.
Zach, what was he doing in front of Anna?
Now I get it. He was kneeling to pray in front of her. Just like the twins said. She was a goddess. The unsub, our unknown subject, offered prayers to Anna's body. Its bitten out tongue and massive body wound. Once dead Anna was transformed from an object of despite into one of worship. So who is Miss Stiletto Heels? The steps are close coming up to the body, and then farther apart going away.
There was a reason to hurry away then.
That settles it then, George. Miss Stiletto Heels is a third party here. She's not the murderer. No one runs away from an object of worship. She could be another victim who was with Anna. Or perhaps an accomplice who fled for some reason. She is also one who took whatever it was Anna was holding on to in her hand.
But why? Why did she leave her here?
Only Miss Stiletto Heels knows the reason for that. She might know something about the man with the reversed peace mark, too. How many women wear high stiletto heels in this town, do you think?
Oh, I should think most of them have at least one pair. I do too, before you ask. But nobody would come all the way out here wearing them, except maybe one person.
Don't keep me in the dark, then. Who might this elegant lady be?
Diane. the owner of the art gallery. But she's out of town for a big art auction. I heard she'll be coming back in a couple days.
Then we'll just have to give her a warm welcome home. A more immediate matter, then. Where in town can you find something like this? It should be a building that isn't used anymore, with either a lot of metal or metal machinery or something like that.
The old lumber mill.
Then it's time to really get this show on the road. Could you guide me to this perfect setting for extravagant murder?
All right. Well, we're already over time, but quite a bit. So we're gonna have to stop here, and next time we'll do some more investigations. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this so far. I know I have, for sure. This game is amazing.
The lumber mill is pretty far from here.
No.
Thanks for
Stop.
yorking.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
It is quite interesting.
Yeah, it's a good game. There we go. Until next time then, bye-bye.